Hello, I'm back in the elite underground car park. So it was Traka last week. I could barely do an intro to the video because it was just, quite frankly, carnage. So what I thought I'd do is go through the video and then just talk about parts of the race that goes on. Yeah, I was a bit unorganised for my videos basically last week, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. A little bit about before the race. So I got 5th in Traka in the end, which I am actually really happy with because before I went to Traka, I was really struggling in the US, constantly fatigued, constantly falling asleep, napping, and just like couldn't reach my top end at all. And it was a really tough time, but I just knew something wasn't quite right. So when I got home, I went for some blood tests and it showed that I had a severe immune system infection. They don't know exactly where it come from. I kind of think maybe from the hills when I was racing with all the mud and stuff, I got pretty run down. But basically, obviously this was like 10 days out from Traka that I found this out. And I was advised just to rest. Anemia was back. So I had to get on some iron tablets to boost the iron levels back up. But I was, really unsure going to Traka what to expect and pretty nervous. But I knew that at the hills I was going well and that in the time that I had, I wasn't going to get any fitter for Traka. So to listen to the specialists and just rest going into it. Yeah, I had to back off any intervals. Just any riding I did was easy and pretty short. And then a lot of sleeping. Traka week, chaos. So sponsors seem to be getting to Traka earlier and earlier. Like, activations used to start like 2 days out, but activations started pretty much on Sunday, which is pretty exhausting as an athlete, and you have to kind of prioritize where you can and obviously look after your sponsors. I always try and do my best for sponsors because, you know, they do a lot for us, but also make sure, especially being run down, that I was getting the rest I needed. So yeah, I spent some time with Argon 18 because my new bike was here. If you haven't seen it already, the new Dark Matter 2.0 is out, custom paint job. This is what you'll see in the video I'm racing on, and it was like, ran amazingly, absolutely phenomenal. It's Traka week, baby. Woo! Just doing a bit of a recon. The middle section before the big ranges has changed a bit, so just go check it out, have some fun.
This is probably your biggest ride since getting back and finding out what's going on, right?
First main ride I'm doing since finding out about my immune system infection. So I might try the intervals, but if I'm not feeling great, I'm just gonna ride. There's no stress, like I'm not going to gain much in 5 days, so a bit frustrating, but I'm praying that rest is best and being bright. New bike today, new bike's coming today. Don't know what it's going to look like.
It's not going to be orange.
No. Nights out. Carb loading has started. It's been hectic. I don't know why these race weeks people seem to come into town so much earlier, sponsors come into town so much earlier, so being pulled a bit left, right and centre. So this morning I escaped, went for a nice sports massage, and now I'm having a night into myself, planning all my nutrition. Quite like this bit because then I can just relax, watch some YouTube, plan my nutrition. So yeah, I'm aiming for 90 grams per hour, 700 milligrams of sodium per litre. So there's a lot of gels, lot of chews. Probably going to have a can of Coke and some Haribo for morale. But yeah, I'm just writing it all out and planning. Because that's what you got to do. Pre-race day. Just mixing up my stuff. Prepped it all, got it out last night. Now I need to actually make it. Did a little ride this morning. Got the last bit of media bits done. All I have now is presentation. Then sleep. Then race day. Hate the build up. Rather just get it done. Here we go.
So what are we doing here?
So we're going through my nutrition. So we're going to start with 2 litre pack, 120 grams. I've done 6 with carb and electrolyte, 2 carb only. Then I've got a 500ml bottle with 60 grams, 2 carb and electrolyte, 2 carb only. I'll start mine as well. I'll only have 1 caffeine in the first bit because I would have had 2 cups of coffee.
Fine. Okay.
Heaps of carb and electrolyte. Whoa, I feel sick saying this. I think this I'm just trying to survive and have any fun.
Okay.
But I do want to. I'll down the Coke in that feed zone.
Is that carb electrolyte or carb only, that one?
Carb only.
What's going on here?
I look like a Shrek character.
Oh my god.
Don't get up there.
The nostrils on that.
You know, like a cow with a nose ring. Don't know. I saw a gimmick in the shop. That like opens up your airways. So I'm trying something new.
I feel like we haven't even introduced like this whole video yet.
Yeah. Traka week. Night before. Let's go.
Let's do a plastic. I can't take you seriously with those nostrils.
Don't you look like a Shrek character? You know the princess.
There's still a plastic bag of clothes above our wardrobe.
Yeah, that's going to a charity shop actually.
Just after Traka.
Yeah, I can't do that this week. Who wants some clothes?
Come home.
Who wants a Raw 28 skin suit brand new? Because I'll send it to you. First one
has
to
it got-
comment, I want the skin suit, I will send it to you.
Has it got a DJ on the back?
I've got one that says Dylan actually. Someone can buy that though. It needs some money. Joking.
You got a nice nose ring.
Thanks. Maybe I'll get one pierced.
Please don't.
Is this too close? Okay, 9. Race day. We started at 6 AM in the dark, but I had exposure lights, which are elite.
It's very close.
Let's check a morning, baby. Fresh kid. CO2s. Gels. Chews. That will stay, won't it?
What time did the alarm go off this morning?
3:45. That was playing it late, to be honest.
Rice in bed. Rice is nice.
Okay. Right, we need to get a move.
Quite wants to do breath work with you.
I need to do that now.
Reach the stop line. Oh! Rice followed by gel.
Hell.
This is men.
The time has come to look back, to remember who you are, where you come from, because many hours from now, when you cross the finish line of the Traka, you won't be the same.
So yes, for me the drama began pretty early. As you might have spotted in those images, I'm pretty gashed up, which has been really sore this week. 15k in, I was taken out pretty badly, hit the deck very hard. Luckily it's one of my friends within the peloton. But you know, these accidents happen. But honestly, I thought my race was over. I was on the first major descent and I got up in it, like the adrenaline just like kicks off, and I just got up, carried on descending, and I looked down and I realized I'd lost my wahoo. So this is 15 kilometers into a 360K route. And I could see that I was bleeding, my hip really hurt, but I just concentrated on getting back. And when I got back to the girls, a couple of them said how bad my leg was, but I just kind of didn't think about that and just said, I need you guys to help me guide to get to the first route, because I knew by the first feed zone we would have split up the group already. Kindly Roscoe and Sarah Sturm's boyfriend, who were taking pictures, I managed to communicate with them to get Brad in the feed zone to have a spare wahoo and have it set up. Now this is at 135K, so I've still got a long way to go blind, but I just knew that I needed to stay with the front 5 girls, just keep up at the front end. And obviously we got set off, the age group men got set off behind us, and it was a weird dynamic. Like the women's racing actually went off pretty steady. And at one point I think we thought we were going to be out there all night, but I knew something was going to kick off. And then a group of us kind of got away, but it was weird. We were like, it was like a group of us, then a group of men, then another group of women. So like we never really split properly, which is not the men's fault, and it's not like anyone's fault. It's just the way it is. But I knew that if it hadn't split there was this section at like 80K, which is really chunky and pretty steep. And yeah, I just remember we all went pretty gas up there. And after this descent, I think it was like 7 or 8 of us. And we just kept driving the pace. And it was like all the girls who I thought would be there were there. And we just, yeah, drove the pace hard. I got to feed zone 1 and Bradley had sorted a wahoo, and we did an elite pit stop. And we're about to go into the mountain ranges.
Are you ready to take hold of the gimbal? I think so. Let's see. Cork's in the pitch. How's the feed zone?
So far, so good.
It's because no one's come through.
That's right, exactly. I'm a little stressed though. I don't know how that's going to roll, but...
And you just press that, and that's recording.
What? That's incredible.
Yep, while he's on there. Woo! Go on, Dan, go. Come on, Danny! Fucking elite, mate, elite! Smashed it. You okay, Luke?
How you getting on, Luke?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm sure.
He's got his team, yeah.
Cool, sweet.
I think they were just chilling, the women at the beginning.
Yes,
But then they
so
we caught them at the bottom of the climber. Danny just goes to the front. It's like 500 watts. It's just like exploding.
You're crushing, man. Keep crushing.
So we got into the mountain ranges, which I kind of split the Traka up into 3 races, and this was like part 2 of it, or 4 races really. This is part 2 in the mountain ranges. And I was really sore, but I was just determined to stay with this group. And over the few climbs, I was with them, and then it got really, really steep. And I was really struggling. But from how I was descending, I felt pretty confident that maybe I could get back on. And it was a flat section after that. So I went full yeet, and then more drama. I think where I was descending probably a bit chaotically to catch up, I punctured. I have Silka sealant in, so to be honest, for the gash that I had, it did a bloody good job. But I Dynaplugged it, CO2'd it, got going again, then it went down. I CO2'd it again, and then the sealant kicked in, and I carried on descending and just, got my head down and got on with it. But it was still, I was pretty much hitting the rim every bump I went over. Yeah, so I just carried on going, but everything felt harder because I had such low PSI on my tyre. And then at this point I was in like no man's land. So the front 4 girls were up the road. It was me, and then I didn't know where everyone else was, but I knew that we'd put a pretty decent gap into everyone. So I just put my head down. And then I suddenly heard the motorbike behind me, and I had a feeling it might be some of the other girls, but it was just Heather Jackson. And if anyone knows, Heather Jackson's a phenomenal athlete, and I was actually pretty relieved to see her because I had 100K, a flat to go, and I CO2'd my tyre one more time, but it was still, I was out of CO2, so I just needed to get to the next feed zone where I could get more CO2s and fill up the tyre with a pump or change the wheel. I just worked with just me and Heather, and we actually were closing in on the group. So yeah, I think by the next feed zone, we were only 4 minutes behind, and we were just, yeah, working really well, throwing off, taking turns. And Heather did say that when she saw me, she was worried I wouldn't be able to take a turn because of my flat tire, but I just, you know, I know I needed to work with Heather if we wanted to try and close any gap. Then I got to the next feed zone, another rapid pit stop.
Danny! Shift! Do you want? Okay, I'll do air. Yeah, you're good.
I need sweets. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a CO2.
Yeah, I've got you one in your pocket.
Okay. Got a can of Coke.
Yeah, it's open for you. Dan, you're making up time. They're 4 minutes ahead.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 20. You got this. Your mum's watching. We're all watching. We're all cheering. Wait.
Fuck punctures.
Come on, go. Come on. Keep going. You got this.
Honestly, the pit stop crew, like, they are everything. Without them, you're screwed as an athlete. So I was so grateful. I had Chris from Precision Fuel and Hydration, and then obviously Brad. And Brad, I said I didn't want a wheel change because the cassette on my other wheel I knew was a bit funky. And I knew that the sealant had done the job by now, so I just wanted more air, and then I took more CO2s off of them. And my front had actually gone down a bit as well, so I think I'd double whammied. So pumped them up, got more fuel, and then it was a massive climb. And I went off with Heather again. And then we just kept working together to the final feed zone where in this pit, honestly, the energy I think I'd used trying to stay with Heather on the flat with my flat tire, I was so out of it. I couldn't talk. What I was trying to say at the feed zone is like, I want a can of Coke and I want sweets. I don't want another gel. None of that came out, not at all. You'll see me in the video. I just, couldn't communicate at all.
Feed zone 3, last one, coming in hot. What's on feed zone 3?
Feed zone 3, red ambulance, black doctor, whatever you call it. Couple of carbs, gel and a chew, bottle of carbs in case she wants to drink it.
Yeah.
Easy, take her home.
60k home? No, 50k.
50k?
Yeah. All right then. Just lock it in.
Yes, boy.
Danny! Come on, keep crushing. You're catching up.
Can I make you on some Coke? Open. You're good? All right, Danny.
Come on, Danny.
But anyway, at this point, it's 50k to go. I knew we weren't going to get back to the front group, so at this point it was just like getting to the end. But honestly, I was like starting to see stars. With 10k to go, I tried to stay with Heather up the last hill, and I was just toast. Like honestly, totally out of it. And I think the adrenaline was starting to wear off, where I was tired, and like every descent, everything, like my arm was throbbing, my hip was throbbing. And yeah, I settled for 5th, which in hindsight, everything I had leading up to the race, the injuries, the crash so early on, I'll take that. But yeah, I am beaten up, very beaten up. So that was my Traka race summary. Spent the week healing. I fly back to the UK today, actually. I haven't seen my family this year at all, so I'm going home to see them, and then I'm racing in Scotland next week. It's pretty hard on us athletes because we just kind of have to recover and go again this time of year. Honestly, even with the injuries, I actually feel better than I felt in America at the moment because my body was just so toast and I've been able to relax a bit. So we'll see what we can do for Gralloch, and then we're off to my favourite race, Unbound. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wasn't joking about the felt when I had that silly nostril thing in and I was messing around. If whoever wants that felt skin suit, it's got my name on the back, brand new, comment below and I'll send it out to you. Ciao.